we're back on this 1990 Porsche Carrera 4, and we're coming out 41, 42 constant out the dash. When I hold it at 2100 RPMs, it cycles, and it's cycling between 240 psi and 150 psi on the high side. There's a fan in the front evaporator. So remember in the last video I explained how the hoses go way down here, they go underneath, yeah, underneath the door, come up here. You have your high side discharge hose vapor that'll go to the front condenser, and the front condenser is located inside there. That's where the front condenser is. Then once it goes through the condenser, the liquid line comes out and comes back up here and comes right that line there. And you see I'm taking my superheat after the condenser, so I'm getting my subcooling on the liquid line right there. Then it goes to the expansion valve. I didn't have no good place to put my clamp to get superheat, so if we look at the superheat, let me get back there. So I'm taking my superheat way back here, and you can see the condensation, see all the water. It was actually icing up back there. And let's see what our superheat value is. Right now 31, and it was actually freezing up at first, and I was only getting 9 psi, and I was afraid that the expansion valve was plugged by rust from the receiver dryer, or the bulb was malfunctioning, or the expansion valve was stuck in its minimum. But right now it has some movement. It's actually moving now. At first it was not moving. Now expansion valves can stick, and you could get something, I didn't do that on this one, but you could get something sometimes. It's not going to work permanent, but it just tells you sometimes. You wrap on the expansion valve a little bit, and then all of a sudden it starts working, you know, it was just stuck. Sometimes it's plugged, but a lot of times you got the jerk off can whack guys who only do 15-minute vacuums, 5-minute vacuums, or just keep squirting cans in there, and they get a lot of moisture in the system, and the rust goes to the receiver dryer, and the inside flakes on the inside of the receiver dryer fall down to the bottom and plug up the expansion valve. And that's what happens to a lot of these cars when you get the plugged expansion valves. It's from those one can jerk off guys who don't believe in good vacuum and don't believe in replacing receiver dryers, and they literally destroy a car. And so you're taking apart the dash and stuff like that, and flushing out a whole system and replacing a bunch of stuff because of what the guys did with a can and a single hand hose years ago are the ones who destroy the system years later. All right guys, I'll see you on this one. This turned out to be good. And oh, you notice how high that is? And it's only 68, 70 degrees outside right now. The temperature that was reading off here is because I have it right here around the engine heat, but actually if I put it somewhere right over there, get it away from this exhaust and engine heat that's right here, it'll come back down. And oh, we've heated it up here. This thing actually heated up the inside of the garage pretty good. I've had it running for about 10 minutes now. It's not that hot actually. It's only 70 degrees outside. And this is not a tin roof place, this is a wooden roof shop. But I guess I got to turn this thing off because I'm going to die exhaust fumes here. And you see the superheat's actually dropping right now. And oh, we got ice. There we go. Got a little bit of ice coming back there. Very wet. And something this old, I like to go right for it and just change the receiver dryer, change the expansion valve immediately. But if somebody's trying to sell a car, usually they don't want to do that, so it gets a recharge. And I'm about to go around with it with the refrigerant leak detector, and I know I'll either find nothing or really minimum through the hoses. All right guys, I'll see you later. This is an old Porsche specialty place. He does everything Porsche, really old cars, only old, that's it. All right, see you guys.